What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Texas Rangers Report. And as you have already noticed, or most likely know, Anthony Rendon, the Rangers' top free agent target, was signed by the Angels a week ago. Although I'm going to be going over the top 5 third basemen that could play for the Texas Rangers next year, going into the new ballpark. So let's get straight into it. Alright, so first on this list I have Alberto. And if you are a Rangers fan, and most of you guys are because this is called the Texas Rangers Report, you guys know that Alberto has been with the Rangers for about 2 to 3 years. However, the Rangers let him go after the 2018 season, something like that. The years are a little bit discombobbled in my head right now, but a lot of teams picked him up from the waiver wire. He bounced around a lot. Then he stuck with the Orioles, had a productive season. He had a slash line of 305, 329, and 422, and he also played really well defensively with a defensive WAR of 4.8. So he put in pretty solid play time. However, a lot of people don't think that those hitting stats will go over to next year with all the advanced analytics and everything, because his hard hit ball rate is somewhere in the 80 miles per hour, something like that. So they don't think it will translate into next year. However, it is still an option to consider, given that he was with the Rangers before. And knowing John Daniels, whenever a player has been with the Rangers, he likes to come back to him if they ever need that position or anything. And it would be good if Alberto would be to recreate his 2019 season, because he's under contract to the 2022 season, so about 2 more years, which it would be nice. And then Josh Young could come in and play third base. And a trade package for Alberto will most likely be a player to be named later, or cash considerations going to the Orioles, and the Rangers receive Alberto. Alright, fourth on this list is Nolan Arenado. And yes, I know that he's been in a lot of rumors lately that the Rangers are interested and want to get him. However, he is aging. Although I know he's still a superstar, he's very productive defense and offense. However, his splits, his home and road splits, kind of concern me. And also, he can opt out of his contract extension that he signed last year with the Rockies. He can opt out of that after the 2021 season. So I'm not really too enthusiastic about the Rangers trading at least 1 or 2 of their top prospects to get a top third baseman in the league for only 2 years. Regardless, Nolan Arenado is one, or if not the best third baseman in the league. I'm just looking at the long game, and I'm not sure that this would work for the Rangers, but it's still an option to consider. But a trade package for Arenado would most likely be involved with one of the top prospects, like third baseman Josh Young, catcher Sam Huff, or one of the top pitchers in Hans Kraus or Cole Winn, and then probably filled out with a two middle of the road prospects. I had Sheridan Apostle, third baseman. He had a really good year, and Ricky Vanasco, the right-handed pitcher. So that's what a trade package might look like. Or the Rangers might want to trade one of their outfielders because they have a lot of depth there. Moving on to the third baseman on this list, and that would be Todd Frazier. He wouldn't have an outstanding year with the Mets last year. However, it was productive, and the Rangers really didn't get too much of a productive year from Asdrubal Cabrera in the 2019 season. However, when they released him or designated him for assignment, he took off with the Nationals, of course, which is our luck. However, Frazier has proven to be consistent throughout his career, even as he has aged. He is not where he used to be with his glove or his bat, but he's still proven to drive in runs. And this seems like the most realistic fit for the team, given that they don't have to trade any prospects, and all they have to give him is money, and it'll most likely be for a short amount of time. What I had in mind was a 2-year deal to Todd Frazier for around $10 million and a team option after the first year, because he is up there in the age, and you don't want to be guaranteeing a lot of money, even though $10 million isn't a lot in baseball terms. You don't want to be giving out a lot, especially when you have a loaded farm system of third baseman. Alright, second on this list is, of course, the best bat still in free agency, and that is Josh Donaldson. However, as some reports have shown, John Daniels is not interested to give a 4-year deal that Donaldson is demanding, and there is other teams that have given him offers in the 4-year range, which are the Nationals and the Braves. So the Rangers aren't the favorites to sign Donaldson. However, he's still high on my list because he's one of the best third basemen out there. And then again, we don't have to trade any of our top prospects. All we have to give him is money. He is high in age, like Todd Frazier. However, you're guaranteed Donaldson will be on your team for 3 years, unlike Arenado, where you would trade one of your top prospects in your organization, and then he's only there for 2 years. So it's give or take which route you want to do. However, I still don't see the Rangers signing Donaldson given his demand of 4 years in the contract. And last on my list, I have Jed Lowrie in the first position because he does bring something interesting to the table. He had a productive year in 2018 with the Oakland Athletics. He had a WAR around 5, and he made his first All-Star team at the age of 33, I believe. He was able to sign a contract with the Mets in the offseason, but injuries plagued his 2019 season, and as the Mets players progressed, J.D. Davis and Jeff McNeil specifically, they kind of ran Jed Lowrie out of his position in the infield. And given that the Mets are trying to shed some salary and the Rangers are in need of a third baseman, this seems like the perfect fit. This trade could also fill another need, which is first base, because we already know that the Mets have Pete Alonso at first base. What about the other top prospect from a few years ago, Dominic Smith? He doesn't have a place to play anymore. They tried in the outfield, but he's not going to last in the outfield. So he needs to be traded to an American League team where he can play first and DH, and that's the Rangers. And the Rangers need a third baseman, and some of you guys might not think they need a first baseman, but in my book they do. They had one of the lowest WARs at that position last year, and they shouldn't go this entire season without addressing it. So I think this might be the perfect trade. Lowrie is one of the oldest guys on this list. However, when healthy, he's proven to be productive with the bat, and he is an average defender, and given that he's more advanced in age, we'll put it like that, I wouldn't be expected to see the best defensive year from him, but I also think it's worth to take the risk at third, given that you are addressing first base as well. And the trade package for Jed Lowrie would most likely, for Jed Lowrie and Dominic Smith, would most likely include one of the Rangers' higher pitchers in the minor league systems. Maybe it'd be Jonathan Hernandez, Brock Burke, or Taylor Hearns, somebody of that nature. That way the Mets are also getting somebody that they can probably plug into the rotation maybe this year or next year. And those are all the players I had on my list. Those were the top 5. Thank you all for watching this episode of the Texas Rangers Report, and please stay tuned for more episodes coming here. Thank you for tuning in, and have a good rest of your day. Bye.